All right, so first thing you're going to do is go to SQLpractice.com. It's a free ad-supported website that allows you to query a database, and it has a lot of practice problems that range from easy, medium, and hard, using all the different keywords so you can practice every little aspect of SQL on a test database, which is super fun. There's two databases in here, one the hospital database and two Northwind. We're going to start with the hospital one because it's a simpler structure, but same thing here. You have, are there no questions for the Northwind one? I guess not. Northwind is a pretty typical database. You don't need to know that. Okay, so go here and we're going to start with a select star from patients. We had a guy last week apply for a senior analyst job, and I was like, okay, just go ahead and start with a select star, and he was like, what's that? And like, I'm not kidding when I'm telling you this is the first thing you learn, because this is what I'm showing you here. So you select star from patients. So what is patients? Patients is the table. So here we are in the database, and you can see that there are 4 tables here. There's a table called patients, admissions, doctors, and province names. Every one of these tables has a unique set of data in it. Just think of it as an Excel sheet that lives in a computer system that you can't really edit. Well, you can with SQL, but that's not what we're teaching today. So it's a data set that you can access by doing a select star. So if you hit run, select by clicking run, or you can at the bottom here, or you can run using, I think, control enter or command enter. Yeah, there you go. Control enter to execute the statement, so you don't have to hit the button every time. So we're selecting all the data from the patients table. And here you can see we have our patients table. So the first column is a list of patient IDs, identifying the information on this row. And then we've got first name, last name, gender, birth date, all this, just think of it again as an Excel sheet. This is all data you could have in Excel. Now, what if we want to just select the patient's ID, first name, and last name? Well, we're going to replace the star, which stands for everything, with the names of the columns we want. So we want patient's ID, comma, first name, comma, and last name. And then we're going to hit control enter and run that statement. Ignore these. We're not actually getting any errors. Just wants us to do the practice questions, and we'll get there. So using select, we can pick the columns that we see in our data set. This is nice because you don't usually need everything, right? You don't need the whole world. You just need a very specific set of data. And if you want to add columns, you just go patient's height and weight. We can pull that up now and run it again, and there you go. If you just want the patient IDs, then we can just select the patient ID column from the patients table, and it'll just show us the patient ID column. Pretty handy. So that is the select statement. And the from statement is how you pick the table. So let's say select star, which again means all the columns from the admissions table. So we're going to replace patients with admissions. We can get rid of all this. So we're going to select star from admissions. Here again, we see everything from the admissions table. Patient ID, admission date, discharge date, diagnosis, attending doctor, and a bunch of rows. You can see there are 5,000 rows. And once again, let's pick some specific columns. So I just want to see the patients, the doctor that was attending. So patient ID, patient attending doctor ID, and the diagnosis. Now you'll notice I'm changing the order of the columns here. So you can see patient ID is on the left, attending doctor is on the right. If I select patient ID and then attending doctor, you'll see that the columns are reordered. So you can explicitly say how you want the columns to show up, and they will show up in that way. And again, I can change put the diagnosis at the end here, at the beginning here, and Control Enter and run that, and it'll change the order around. So, and then I can go back to a select star and see all the data again from the table. So that is how you do a simple select statement.